I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
This is Snowman in the Morning, and it begins now.
What?
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
I've never been so humiliated in all my life.
Next!
Did you not get the memo?
What?
Well, good morning. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We are presented by Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough. And we are also presented by Butcher Box. Get fresh meat delivered to you for less than $6 per day by going to arenasportsnet.com. Click on the Butcher Box logo, one of our sponsors. And if you want to be a sponsor for this show and also Arena Sports Net, why don't you do me a favor and give a call to 708-465-1448 or drop an email to sales@arenasportsnet.com. Not just the carrier of this show, but many, many shows where you can be a sponsor for as low as $25 a month. How about that? You can be a sponsor of some great programming online for as low as $25 a month. Well. We got a lot to get into, folks. My producers are Cravante Hurd and Mark Kelly. And thank you to both. And I begin with a question. And my question is this. What in the blue hell happened in Cleveland last night? It was a certainty that the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to get back in this series just like they did last year and just like they did in 2016, because each of the last three finals, Golden State has had the home court advantage. But the Cavaliers have gotten back in the series, winning Game 3. So Game 3 was pivotal. And the Golden State Warriors stole it. The Warriors trailed 113-107 following a J.R. Smith three-pointer with 3:09 to play. Yes, there was a J.R. Smith sighting. But that would be the final points for the Cavaliers as the Golden State Warriors closed as strong as ever in the finals. 11-0 to close out Game 3 and turned a 6-point deficit into a 5-point win. That final 118-113, and the Warriors now lead 3-0. So much to get into with that. We'll start here. This is from these numbers I'm about to give you, and thank you to one of my wonderful producers, Mark Kelly, producer of today's show. Mark Kelly sent me these numbers, and I couldn't believe it. This is from the final 3 minutes and 9 seconds of Game 3 last night. Golden State outscored Cleveland 11-0. They hit 3 of 4 field goals, 1 of 2 from distance, and I'll tell you who that one was from in a moment, and 4 of 4 from the foul line, and did not commit a foul in the final 3:09. Cleveland went scoreless, 0 for 8 from the field, 0 for 5 from distance, nothing from the free throw line, and the biggest number in this, 3 fouls in the final 3 minutes. Did y'all know it's the second time in the last 15 years that a team went on a scoreless drought of at least 3 minutes after they led or were tied entering the drought? The other was Game 7 of last year's finals when the Warriors went scoreless in the final 4:39 that cemented the Cavs' 3-1 comeback to win Game 7. The one 3-point field goal that the Dubs hit in the final 3 minutes belonged to Kevin Durant, who was the hero again, as his three with 45 seconds remaining gave the Dubs a 114-113 lead, a lead they would not relinquish. 4 free throws put the game out of reach. Durant scored 14 of his 31 points in the fourth quarter, and now has 31 points in the fourth quarter of this series, his most of any other quarter. Now here's a breakdown of Kevin Durant's numbers by the quarter. In quarters 1 through 3, he had 17 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from distance. That's quarters 1 through 3. In the fourth quarter, he had 14 points, he was 4 of 6 from distance, and was 2 of 3 from three-point land. Incredible. I said all along that the Kevin Durant that the Cavaliers were facing in this final is much more different than the Durant they faced when the Heat played Oklahoma City in the NBA Finals 5 years ago. Much different. Here's some more illustration of that point. Durant has scored at least 25 points in all 8 of his NBA Finals games. He's one of 3 players to score at least 25 points in each of his first 8 Finals games. The other 2? I don't know. Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan. 2 Hall of Famers. Can't go wrong in that kind of company. But Durant wasn't the only hero. He had some help in the form of the X Factor that Cravante Hurd and I talked about on yesterday's show, in the form of Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson had 30 points last night, and it's his first 30-point postseason game since last year's finals. Now, who's missing in all this? Stephen Curry. Well, Stephen Curry added 13 rebounds to his 26 points. It's the first time in Curry's regular season or playoff career that he had 20 points and 10 rebounds in back-to-back games. Back-to-back games. Stephen Curry had 20 and 10. The Warriors are now 1 win away from being the first team to sweep the playoffs and win all 16 without losing. They made a bit of history in Game 3 as the 15th straight playoff win, as they set the record for the longest postseason win streak of any of the 4 North American pro sports. That's according to the Elias Sports Bureau. 15 by the Warriors. The Pittsburgh Penguins in 92-93 from the NHL had 14. The New York Yankees, who did it twice, 27 through 32, and then 98 and 99, had 12. And I know Mark's going to hate me for this, but he put this note in my notes. The Patriots had 10 in a row from 2002 to 2006. Again, this is according to the Elias Sports Bureau. The only team with this streak being active, the Golden State Warriors. 15 in a row all this year. Because remember, they lost the last 3 of the finals last year after going up 3-1. Well, after all of that, we got some comments from Steve Kerr during last night's postgame.
KD made some huge plays down the stretch. I thought Clay's defense on Kyrie was amazing. And overall, it was just an incredibly tough, resilient performance. It wasn't our smartest game that we've played all year, but it was maybe our toughest. We just felt like, the way they play, Kyrie and LeBron had it going the whole game. But that's pretty taxing to go one-on-one the whole game. And both those guys were amazing, 38 and 39. But that takes a lot out of you, and we just kept telling the guys they're going to get tired. Stay in front of them, force them into outside shots if you can. Fatigue will play a role. I think we're better from our experiences. You win a championship, then you lose one in heartbreaking fashion. You've pretty much seen everything at that point. And so you get down in the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point game with 6 minutes left. You don't say, oh, man, we're down 5. You just say there's a ton of time left and let's execute. And I thought our guys did a good job at hanging in there. You have to win on the road to really seize control of the series. And last year's game, we got blown out. So we were more ready emotionally. And as I said, we're a better team, obviously. With Kevin, we've got a way to attack.
And, oh, by the way, if you wondered and missed what the game winner sounded like, my good friend Tim Roy, who was the voice of the Golden State Warriors, the radio voice of the Golden State Warriors, as you hear the morning traffic getting us going here. Tim Roy of the Golden State Warriors and the Warriors Radio Network, the flagship station is 95.7 The Game, made this call.
James with a dribble, working on Draymond, cross over the right hand to the top of the key, left hand dribble to the paint, pass the corner, Korver for 3, he missed it, Durant's got the rebound, 50 seconds to go for the Warriors, they're down by 2, Durant up the left side, calls his own number down, and he hit a 3, Durant hit a 3, the Warriors lead by 114, 113 with 42 seconds to go.
That's how the game winner sounded, and the Warriors win, 118-113. Brother, the Cavs are facing a whole bunch of trouble. How much trouble, you ask? I'll break it down when we continue on the Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. How much trouble is Cleveland in? Tell you all of that and then some. The Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning continues in a deuce.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Snowman in the Morning is fueled by Cleaver Supplements. Hey folks, summer is approaching and it's time to get your body kick-started. With that in mind, reach for the supplements that will do just that. Cleaver Supplements. Cleaver Supplements provide natural supplements to help you lose weight, get stronger, and have greater workouts, all to propel you towards your summer body and mind goals. Visit cleaversupplements.com today and get on the best track to a healthier you. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements when genetics just aren't enough. This is Snowman in the Morning, where true sports talk lives.
Bazinga! Did you not get the memo?
Hey, y'all. The Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning continues. As the early birds are getting going, you can hear a replay of this if you subscribe to our podcast version. And you can do that, and you can hear that by going. You can hear a replay of this by also going to our website. We had some difficulty with launching our main website, snowmaninthemorning.com. We're working on that right now. But for the time being, you can go to sitm.arenasportsnet.com. I say the difficulties for our main site will take about a month for us to fix, maybe sooner. But we're going to get that done. Talking NBA Finals this Thursday morning, and the Cavs, so close, but now so far. They were 3 minutes and 9 seconds from making this a competitive series, but they now trail 3-0. Of the 126 previous teams to trail a best-of-7 in the playoffs, none came back to win. Let me repeat that. Of the 126 previous teams to trail a best-of-7 series in the playoffs, none came back to win. That word none popped up last year when, until Cleveland turned the trick, no team had ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. The last time a team led 3-0 in the NBA Finals was the San Antonio Spurs over the Cavaliers. And the Spurs wound up sweeping that series. They won Game 4, 83-82. Which is also the only other time a LeBron James team has trailed 3-0 in any playoff series. Again, according to the Elias Sports Bureau, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving combined for 77 points. LeBron had 39, Kyrie had 38, the most by a duo in a loss in the NBA Finals. 1962, Jerry West and Elgin Baylor had 76. 2012, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook combined for 71. So did Jerry West and Dick Barnett in 1965. Again, that comes from the Elias Sports Bureau. And just like 2015, LeBron continues to average a triple-double in these finals. The numbers are astounding. 32 points per game, 12.3 rebounds, and 10.3 assists. No other player has averaged a triple-double in finals history. That's according to the Elias Sports Bureau. And here's this note for you. While Kevin Durant has thrived in the fourth quarter, James has struggled. He scored 11 points total and is shooting 36% in the money period, the fourth quarter in these finals. And that's a big part of the reason why the Cavaliers trail 3-0 in these finals. The Cavs as a team were a minus 12 in just 2 minutes without James on the court in Game 3, and plus 7 in 46 minutes with him on the court. The influence of one player, astounding. Now let's break this down. LeBron James in the first half, by quarter, has 39 points total in the first, 25 in the second, shooting 70 and 71% in the first 2 quarters. But this is where you can tell he's wearing down. He only has 21 points total in the third while shooting 40%, and 11 points total shooting 36%, as I said earlier, in the fourth quarter. Last night's numbers look like this. The Warriors shot 48% from the floor, 48.2, Cleveland at 44.4. The Warriors were 16 of 33 from the field. The Cavs were 12 of 44. 44 three-point attempts by the Cavaliers. You would think they would stick to their game and try to bully you inside, but they tried to keep up with the Warriors, but didn't. Warriors were 22 of 24 from the free throw line. Cavs were 21 of 25. 18 turnovers for the Warriors, which led to 22 points. 12 for the Cavs, which led to 20 points. And the biggest number of the night, Golden State, 29 assists on the night. Here's some comments from Tyronn Lue.
I knew it was going to be a tough game for us, and for us to win, I knew I had to get LeBron at least a 2-minute blow in that first quarter, because in the second half he might not get a blow. So, Kyrie was playing well. The game was on the line, so I decided to stick with those guys. Being at home down 0-2. They're a great team, but I think we're a great team also, and they're playing at a high level. Like I said, tonight, I felt we had a game that we had won that, we let slip away, and they made the plays down the stretch. So you got to give credit to those guys. Great players, they always dig deep and have their will to win, and they gave us everything they had. Durant made 8 straight points that was very critical. 3 big shots, and that's why they brought him here, for those situations. And, I thought our team scrapped and competed. I can't be, disappointed with the effort and how we played.
That was Tyronn Lue, and thank you to the NBA and the Cleveland Cavaliers for those comments, as we give the proper credit. As mentioned, LeBron James only 11 points in the fourth quarter. He had these comments from last night.
They made some shots and we didn't. I mean, we had some really good looks. I had a turnaround jumper and a post fadeaway. My ton didn't go in. Kyle had a corner 3, really good look right in front of their bench, didn't go in. We were playing good basketball. Kyrie got it going. JR, got it going as well. We had some really good looks. Like I said, can't go back and think of right now exactly all the possessions that we had in the fourth quarter, but we had some good looks. It's probably the most firepower I've played in my career. I've played against some great teams, but I don't think no team has had this type of firepower.
What can the Cavaliers do to force a Game 5 on Monday? Woof. I don't think there's anything that can be done. As a matter of fact, I am willing to say, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. This series is over tomorrow. Golden State will complete the journey, complete the revenge tour, and they will be the first team to go undefeated in the playoffs. They will sweep the Cavaliers tomorrow. Because when you hear LeBron James say something to the tune of, "We played our best," I'm totally paraphrasing here, of "I gave it all I had," that sounds like a player who has been defeated, who has been outplayed, whose team has been outplayed. And when you reach that point where you feel totally defeated, what kind of nerve do you have left? What do you have left? Cleveland has to find an answer on Friday. And if they don't find an answer, they're in deep trouble. Deep trouble. It's the Thursday Express edition of Snowman in the Morning. Coming up after the break, an era has ended in college football. What? Tell you who and what on this Express edition in a deuce.
You don't need 4 letters to tell you what's going on in the world of sports. No, no, no. You only need 3. ASN, Arena Sports Network, where every team has a fan.
Andrew is on the JV tennis team, whose season is over. The varsity team is in the state tournament and still practicing. Practices are open to anyone on the team, JV or varsity. Why will Andrew go to practice even though he doesn't have to? When students participate in IHSA activities, they learn the values and skills necessary to get ahead in today's competitive world. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
Choose from 4 different types of boxes, all including our amazing grass-fed and grass-finished beef, and change your box anytime. Butcher Box is a monthly membership service, but you can adjust your frequency to receive a box each month or every other month. You can also cancel at any time. Beef up your box by selecting some of our tasty add-ons like Paleo Bacon Burgers and ground beef and have it delivered for free on your schedule for less than $6 a meal. Want to get started? Then visit arenasportsnet.com and click on the Butcher Box logo or call 855-981-8568.
This is Snowman in the Morning, where true sports talk lives.
Next! What? Are you kidding me? Need a little excitement?
You know what is?
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
The Thursday morning edition of Snowman in the Morning. Back and rolling. We are presented by Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough. This segment brought to you in part by the Butcher Box. Go to arenasportsnet.com, click on the Butcher Box logo for you to order some great products from the Butcher Box. Grass-fed and grass-finished beef, organic chicken, and heritage-bred pork delivered to your door for less than $6 a meal. Go to arenasportsnet.com, click on the Butcher Box logo, and you can go directly to butcherbox.com and check out all of their products. Before the break, I said an era has ended in college football, and it comes out of Norman, Oklahoma. Bob Stoops, after 18 seasons, has retired. He retired on Wednesday. He was tied with Iowa's Kirk Ferentz for the longest tenured active FBS, aka Division I coaches. Wow. I know so many people had their opinion of Bob Stoops. Here's mine after a few factoids. Stoops led Oklahoma to a 190-48 record in his 18 seasons. That was the best win percentage among the Power 5 schools and the second best among FBS schools in that span. The only school in front of them, best win percentage since 1999, Boise State. Second was Oklahoma, third was Ohio State, fourth is LSU, and fifth is TCU. 99 was Bob Stoops' first season at Oklahoma. He won the national championship in his second season, which was 2000. He will finish his career as one of 9 coaches in the poll era with at least 150 wins, a 750 winning percentage, and a national championship. Who are the others? This is all since 1936. This is according to AP and Coaches National Titles. Barry Switzer, Bear Bryant, Bob Nealand, Nick Saban, Red Blayek, Tom Osborne, Urban Meyer, and Woody Hayes. What a coaching fraternity. In his final season, Oklahoma went 11-2, giving the head coach his 14th 10-win season, more than any other active FBS head coach. You know who's second on that list? Nick Saban with 11. And Saban just barely lost the national championship this past January, losing to Clemson. Now, who will take Bob Stoops' place? Well, it is offensive coordinator Lincoln Riley. He'll step into the shoes vacated by Bob Stoops, and at 33 years old, he becomes the youngest head coach in FBS. In his 2 seasons as Oklahoma's offensive coordinator, the Sooners ranked 3rd in FBS in scoring at 43.7 and 3rd in yards per game at, you ready for this number? 542.5 yards per game. Incredible. And now he's the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, who will more than likely again have one of the most powerful offenses in college football. The bio on Lincoln Riley. Again, he's the youngest active head coach in the FBS, born September 5th, 1983. He was the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach in Oklahoma since 2015. He won the Frank Broyles Award in 2015 as the nation's top assistant coach. And he was the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach at East Carolina from 2010 to 2014. And he began his coaching career as student assistant at Texas Tech in 2003. So we say good luck to you, Lincoln Riley. Continue the tradition started by Bob Stoops. And speaking of Bob Stoops had these comments in reflecting back on his career.
Yes, stepping down after 18 years as the head football coach here at Oklahoma, and feel like I've been absolutely the luckiest, most fortunate guy in the world. Been incredibly blessed to have experienced what we have over the last 18 and a half years. I think the hardest moment coming to terms with this was seeing my players just a little while ago. As they all know and will tell you, I love them dearly. Look at them all as your own children, and but I also know this is going to be great for them moving forward. I didn't want to miss the right opportunity to be able to step away and hand this baton off to Lincoln Riley and to help keep this all just going in a great direction.
Thankful to have an opportunity to coach. Man, you can't get any better than that. Bob Stoops, we salute you for your career and what you have done to affect positively the young men you coached at the University of Oklahoma. Memorial Stadium will miss you, and the Snowman will miss you too. The Big 12 won't be the same without seeing Bob Stoops on the sideline. But we wish you the absolute best in your retirement and any other endeavors that come your way. Let's pause for a break, and when we come back, the Stanley Cup final is going on. And it's even. Nashville is not playing around. Oh, baby, it's not playing around. A pivotal Game 5 tonight in Pittsburgh in the new igloo we call Console Energy Arena. How will the Penguins respond? For that matter, how will the Predators respond? Because the Predators are giving the Penguins all kinds of hell. I'll preview that and then some. Snowman in the morning, back in a deuce.
Hey boys and girls, I have a question for you. What are you doing listening to the Talking Heads? Turn on Snowman in the morning for real sports talk. He has the hot takes that will make you melt.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Illinois knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Programming on Arena Sportsnet is fueled by Cleaver Supplements. Hey folks, summer is approaching and it's time to get your body kick-started. With that in mind, reach for the supplements that will do just that. Cleaver Supplements. They provide natural supplements to help you lose weight, get stronger, and have greater workouts, all to propel you towards your summer body and mind goals. Visit cleaversupplements.com today and get on the best track to a healthier you. Cleaver Supplements. Pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to today's program. It was brought to you by ButcherBox and ButcherBox.com. It's the place where you can get 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef, free-range organic chicken, and heritage-bred pork delivered for free on your schedule for less than $6 per meal. Visit arenasportsnet.com and click on the ButcherBox logo. This is Snowman in the Morning, where true sports talk lives.
Next!
Excuse me, bitch!
Are you kidding me? What?
Ready to go again, and this one is popped in the air down the left field line, and it is going to drop for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score, and in the second goes Eric Sogard with a bloop double down the left field line. They were all chasing. Nunez, Crawford, Slater. Nobody could catch up to it. It hit fair and rolled into foul territory. Crawford almost made a heck of a play. Didn't happen. It'll be a double for Sogard.
Decided to mix in a little baseball in there, and that was courtesy of the Milwaukee Brewers. Radio Network. The one, the only, the legendary Bob Uecker supplying that call. I'm going to have a few more calls in between during the course of the show, and got a few baseball notes for you. But now let's talk hockey. The Stanley Cup Finals are tied 2 apiece. The Pittsburgh Penguins left Pittsburgh after Game 2 leading 2-0. They return with the series tied. This is the first time that the home team won the first 4 of the Stanley Cup Final since the Bruins and the Canucks in 2011. Before that, the Bruins wound up winning that series in 7 games, 2011. The year before that, the Flyers and the Blackhawks split the first 4 with the home team winning each. The Blackhawks won that series in 6 games. The year before that, Penguins and Red Wings. The first 6 were won by the home team. But the Penguins were the only team to win a road game in that series. It was the 7th game in Detroit, and they clinched the Stanley Cup. And then in 2003, it was the Mighty Ducks and the Devils, where each team won their home game. The Devils held serve, and they won the cup. This is the 25th best-of-7 Stanley Cup final to be tied 2 apiece. This is why Game 5 is so pivotal. I keep messing up that word. Why is that word messing with me today? This is why the 5th game is so pivotal. Because the Game 5 winner has gone on to win 17 of the previous 24 Stanley Cup Finals. Now check this out. In a series filled with stars like Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and PK Subban, the rookies have come up large. They've scored 9 of the 24 total goals so far. Most by rookies in a cup final since the NHL took control of the Stanley Cup in the 26-27 season. That's courtesy of the Elias Sports Bureau. 4 of those goals have been game winners. Also the most by rookies since 26-27. Jake Gunsel notched the winners in games 1 and 2, while Nashville's Frederick Gaudreau did the same in games 3 and 4. The factoid I gave you earlier, provided by the Elias Sports Bureau. Now check this out. 11 different players have a game-winning goal for the Predators this postseason. That is tied for the most in a single postseason in NHL history. Unreal. Pekka Rinne, I mentioned on Monday, will be a big part of this Stanley Cup final, good or bad. He's been the solid force for the Predators, and their run started when they eliminated the top-seeded Chicago Blackhawks in a sweep, in the first round of the Stanley Cup final. He ain't excited to be back in Pittsburgh, however, because he is 0-5 in his regular season and playoffs career at Pittsburgh and has surrendered at least 4 goals in every game. Pay attention to that, because the magic number, Snowman's magic number of the day, presented by ButcherBox, is going to be 4. If the Penguins can get 4 in on Pekka Rinne, the Penguins will win. In games 1 and 2, he faced 36 shots, allowed 8 goals, and only saved 78%. And this is Pekka Rinne's stats. Those were in Pittsburgh. Games 3 and 4 on home ice, he's faced 52 shots, only has allowed 2 goals, and saved 96% of the shots. So Pekka Rinne is going to be our ButcherBox X Factor, and Snowman's magic number is 4. If the Penguins can get 4, they'll hold serve on home ice. But if they don't, and Nashville finds a way to get their speed game going, then the home winning trend is going to be broken. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. It's going to be good. We'll have a complete wrap-up of the Stanley Cup Final tomorrow, on tomorrow's show. And we'll also preview Game 4 I beg your pardon, of the NBA Finals. Take another break, and when we come back, we're going to talk some baseball. And wouldn't you know it, the Red Sox and the Yankees are at it again. Tell you what's going on in a deuce.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much.
For taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot.
For leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Snowman in the Morning is fueled by Cleaver Supplements. Hey folks, summer is approaching and it's time to get your body kick-started. With that in mind, reach for the supplements that will do just that. Cleaver Supplements. Cleaver Supplements provide natural supplements to help you lose weight, get stronger, and have greater workouts, all to propel you towards your summer body and mind goals. Visit cleaversupplements.com today and get on the best track to a healthier you. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements when genetics just aren't enough.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Illinois are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
This is Snowman in the Morning, where true sports talk lives.
Next! What? Are you kidding me? Need a little excitement?
You know what? That makes me mad.
Hey! Snowman in the Morning back on this Thursday. Man, we've had a lot of stuff, and I could not do this without my wonderful producer of today's show, Mark Kelly. He has just been one of the people that have been totally by my side in relaunching Snowman in the Morning. My other wonderful producer, Cravante Hurd, thank you very much as well. And thank you to the folks that listen. Don't forget, visit sitm.arenasportsnet.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Check out our swag store and check out everything that we have to offer you on that website. And believe me, there's going to be more. We're adding segments. We're getting back to a full 2 hours. And we're just going to have so much fun with this as we are in the process of becoming the best sports talk you will ever hear on air. All right, time for some baseball. The Red Sox and the Yankees today playing the rubber match. The Red Sox and Yankees have split the first 2 games of a 3-game series. The Yankees lead the Red Sox by 2 games in the AL East. It's the latest the two have played in a season when they were the top 2 teams in the AL East since September of 2011. And we all know what happened there. David Price will make his 3rd start of the season for the Boston Red Sox with a career .455 ERA playing against the Yankees. The 2nd highest ERA for him against any team he's started against at least 4 times. He's never faced Aaron Judge, who leads the majors with 18 home runs this year. Let me say that again. Aaron Judge of the Yankees leads the majors with 18 home runs. And David Price has given up 112 earned runs in 221 and a third innings pitched against the Yankees. Well, Edison Volquez of the Marlins will make his first start since throwing the only no-hitter of the season so far on June 3rd. He is in Pittsburgh. A lot of stuff's going on in Pittsburgh as he faces the Pirates on the road. In recent years, pitchers have done well in their first start following a no-hitter. Since 2015, pitchers are 5-1 with a 2.51 ERA. That's 13 earned runs in 46 2/3 innings pitched. A side note to that does not include Max Scherzer's second no-hitter in 2015, as it came in his final start of the season. The only loss in that span was by Chris Heston of the Giants, who threw the first no-hitter of the 2015 season. Well, how do you like that? How about some quick hitters, shall we? Let's do some quick hitters, shall we? Let's do some quick hitters. And the Dodgers continue to own the Nationals since the playoffs as they beat the Nats 2-1. Kershaw, the winner for the Dodgers, he goes 7, allows 1 earned run with 9 strikeouts. He is 9-0 with an 0.92 ERA in his last 9 regular season starts against the Nats. Steven Strasburg took the loss. He goes 6, allows an earned run with 8 strikeouts, his first road loss of the season. Mentioned the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. Thank you, John Sterling. By a count of 8-0. It's the worst shutout loss by the Red Sox against the Yankees since June 27, 1991. They lost 8-0 at Fenway. And the worst shutout loss at Yankee Stadium since September 3rd, 1965, when they lost 9-0. The Astros are coming back to earth a little bit. The Royals beat them again. Remember, the Royals halted an 11-game Astro winning streak. 7-5 was the final score. The Astros are 2-4 against the Royals this season, 40-14 against all others. They've lost consecutive road games for the first time since April 26th, and Dallas Keuchel was scratched for Houston due to an illness. Orioles beat the Pirates in 11, 9-6. Trey Mancini hit the game-tying home run in the 9th, and the walk-off in extra innings. First player to do that since Brian McCann on May 17, 2011. He did it for the Braves against the Astros. It's Mancini's first career walk-off home run. The Orioles have lost the previous 201 games when trailing by 4 runs, entering the ninth inning. Mets beat the Rangers 4-3. Jay Bruce of the Mets was 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 3 RBI, and he leads the majors with 4 multi-homer games this season. How about that? Marlins beat the Cubs 6-5. The Cubs' 8-game home winning streak snapped, was tied for the longest home win streak in the majors this season. Jacob Faria of Tampa Bay goes 6 1/3, allows 1 run in his major league debut. He's the first Rays starter with at least 6 innings pitched and no more than 1 run allowed in his debut since Wade Davis of the Tigers. Wade Davis in 2009 against the Tigers, I beg your pardon. Rays beat the White Sox 3-1. Tigers shut out the Angels 4-0. Buck Farmer has not allowed an earned run in 13 innings pitched as a starter. 38 earned runs he allowed and 35 1/3 in his first 8 career starts. How about that? How about this? The Cardinals have lost 6 in a row. For the first time since July 2013, they lost to the Reds 6-4. Rockies beat the Indians 8-1. The Rockies have won 8 straight home games against the Indians, and the Indians are 1-7 in interleague play, the second worst in the majors. And that is a quick look at Major League Baseball. We'll find a segment for this. Let's take a look at some more quick notes. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll take a look at some more quick notes. Men's college basketball, as you might or might not have heard, Thad Matta out as the head coach of Ohio State. After 13 seasons, not making the NCAA in the last 2 seasons and a poor finish in the last 4, plus a lot of health problems led to Thad Matta's dismissal. And I'll have a Snowman's take on that tomorrow. But according to ESPN's Jeff Goodman, Ohio State offered Creighton head coach Greg McDermott the same position, as the Blue Jays have been ranked in the final AP poll 4 times in program history, and 3 of those have come under McDermott. Holy cow! Let's do a little on this date. On June 8th is the date. In 1966, the AFL and the NFL announced their merger, though it would not take effect until 1970. 20 years later, in 1986, Larry Bird's triple-double gives the Celtics a 6-game conquest over the Houston Rockets. They won Game 6, 114-97 in the Boston Garden. 10 years after that, Warren Morris probably delivered the most famous walk-off home run in College World Series history, as his 3-run bomb in the bottom of the ninth gave LSU a 9-8 win over Miami for the College World Series title. And I got a little double play on that. The first part you will hear will be that from Sean. The first part you will be here is the call from Sean McDonough on CBS Sports. The second will be that of the legendary Jim Hawthorne, the longtime voice of the LSU Tigers, who just recently retired. Here's that collage.
Now Warren Morris. It's a deep drive down the right field line. That ball is gone! LSU wins the College World Series on a home run by Morris.
The stretch by Mars in the pitch. Swung on and hit the right field. That's way back there. Way back there. Home run! Tigers win! Tigers win! Warren Morris! It's a 2-run home run! And the Tigers win the national champ! I don't believe it! His first home run of the year! Holy cow!
Gotta love college baseball, and we're going to talk more college baseball tomorrow and on Monday. And in 2010, Steven Strasburg strikes out 14 in his Major League debut against the Pirates, and Giancarlo Stanton goes 3 for 5 in his debut for the Marlins against the Phillies. Now, y'all know I love having play-by-play sound bites. Well, guess what? I got this little piece from the Nationals radio network with the voices of Charlie Slows and Dave Jagler, and it was Dave Jagler that delivered this call of Strasburg's 14th strikeout.
2 outs, top of the 7th. No balls, 2 strikes. The line, the kick, and the pitch. Swing and a miss! 14 strikeouts! 7 in a row! Unbelievable! That may be all for the night. And they are saluting their new hero here in D.C.
And he has been celebrated since. That's on this day in history. And all of our quick notes brought to you in part by Cleaver Supplements. Pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough. One more break and we'll wrap it up. Snowman in the morning, back in the deuce.
You don't need 4 letters to tell you what's going on in the world of sports. No, no, no. You only need 3. ASN. Arena Sports Network, where every team has a fan.
I wasn't prepared to be a caregiver to Mom. I had no idea how hard it would be and what I would need to know. Things I never thought of, like how to improve her mood and ways for me to stay positive. Luckily, I found the Caregiving Resource Center from AARP. It had articles about the basics, but also information about the hurdles I was facing.
Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving. Articles, tips, and tools to help you both care for your loved one and care for yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Snowman in the Morning is fueled by Cleaver Supplements. Hey folks, summer is approaching and it's time to get your body kick-started. With that in mind, reach for the supplements that will do just that. Cleaver Supplements. Cleaver Supplements provide natural supplements to help you lose weight, get stronger, and have greater workouts, all to propel you towards your summer body and mind goals. Visit cleaversupplements.com today and get on the best track to a healthier you. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements when genetics just aren't enough. This is Snowman in the Morning, where true sports talk lives.
Hadouken! That's a spicy meatball!
Hope you enjoyed this Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We are presented by Cleaver Supplements, and the voice that you heard in our new opening and some of the promos that you heard during the show, the lovely Pamela Michelle of Bets Like a Girl and That Dating Show provided the voice. Thank you for that. My producer is my producers are Mark Kelly and Cravante Hurd. They both supply all of the wonderful stuff that you hear me talk about, and they add in their notes of what should be hit and what shouldn't be hit. And I tell you what, having a team behind me now has been absolutely wonderful. So Mark, thank you for that. And let me just say, enjoy your Thursday. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, then they are not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. Until tomorrow, when we wrap up Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals and preview Game 4 of the NBA Finals and add some more quick notes, Snowman out.